Alright, the way I normally do the openings is this bottom left hand corner. I click it, share export, game URL, and I copy the clipboard. Where is it at? Okay, there's nothing on screen. Oh, this is I gotta erase this. And then I paste. Alright. So that's how I get the game on my app. This is the first time I try to play the Caro, kann as white. Normally I wing it. I guess knight to, I did it first, and move. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure if knight to f3 was the move, but apparently it was a good move. And after that, my goal was to try to keep center control. And I did the queen move only to counter your queen move, just in case you were planning on doing it. I figured I'd go for it first since the pawn was already a target. I had a lot of moves to do. The computer didn't consider my move a mistake. However, it looks here that I had better moves. I'm just taking a second to look at them. Oh, so I think queen to bishop to e3 was better for me. I have an advantage right now, so I did really strong in the first 8 moves. This is where I blundered. It's when it does that, the h4 then e2. I think it means I should have played e2. I think the bishop e2. Yeah, bishop e2 is best, it says. Wait, bishop e2 was the move the other game gave, the chess. And over there says 0.67. This app says h3, rook to c1, c takes d5, rook to d1, all are better than the chess advice. So pretty much any move would have been good except for the move I did. Alright. But if you look at the left hand screen, and if you look at the points, it's basically even now. So my mistake basically made us even. I had a small advantage, and that made us even. And this is where I start losing. Yeah, I think here I didn't realize how vulnerable my pawns were. I thought they were fine. They were not fine. Now here's your mistake, where you move your knight. So I'm gonna go back one to look at. You were trying to protect your pawn, you said. You can see different alternatives here to find out which one would be best to protect your pawn. D takes c4, c5, rook to e8, knight to d7, a5. So if you look at this, you can pause it and try to evaluate each one and think about what is a better way to defend your pawn and why. that's a good way I use my analysis for when I look at mistakes that I did and why I did them. I try to find it that way. Here, I blundered, I think, pretty bad. I was trying to build a good, strong center. I didn't realize how vulnerable I left my center. And I was thinking about castling at some point after f4. I was thinking about castling, put my knight in f3, and I had this great idea of how I was going to get my center done. But I really blundered center. And then if you look at the last piece there, it really messed it up. So I guess before I play f4, I should definitely really look at what I'm doing. Apparently, it's saying b5 was the move. And you can look at the calculations in the bottom to see why. I wasn't just ready to get my queen just yet, but apparently that was the better move. The reason why I didn't even consider it is because I was down pawn. Normally when I'm down a pawn, I don't like to trade pieces at all, because if I trade pieces, the end game is me with one less pawn, and that can lead to a losing game. And here, this time, Stockfish agreed to flip chess on the best move. That's like super losing now. That was the game. So the game lost on time, but I was pretty much losing.